if your role models Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, right? You have to see them getting knocked out. You have to see, because if you're shooting to be like them, you have to accept that even they're getting punched in the face too all the time, and you just got to get punched in the face.
One more speaking, Brittany. What about "Oops, I Did It Again"?
Yeah, "Oops, I Did It Again" is like my karaoke go-to song. Like whenever I'm drunk doing karaoke, it's always a Britney song, and it's most often "Oops, I Did It Again."
You know what
It's "Baby One More Time" actually. I always mix up the two.
One of them came out of like of when I was getting really like a pretty thick boy, and it was Jumbo Yimp. And it kind of so yeah, because it like, you know, obviously has connotations of like blimp or whatever, but like it's funny, but it's also like a little bit of a reminder of, hey, like, and it's one of those things where if you're happy with where you're at, by all means, but I myself was not, like, and it was clear. So it's one of those things where I think a little bit of healthy pushback on those types of things, like, of course, if it's something that you physically can't change or you can't do anything about it, obviously it's not something you're going to be able to change, but you still can learn to accept that through sort of that the humor and stuff like that. But I do think, especially as fraternity men, especially that kind of stuff can actually be motivating in a way.
I don't know. I kind of just thought like it was badass when they completely just went outside of the ring and they went into like the empty arena.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was almost like Gladiator.
The whole segment was cool.
Yeah, it was like Gladiator, like, and then Roman's talking about like his ancestors and Kevin Owens' ancestors, and Kevin Owens is like, "What, bro? Shut up!" And he's like throwing them through tables, and he did the Swanton bomb. Me as a Jeff Hardy fan, I sat there and I was like, oh, "Don't make it."
By itself, sitting in the sun. It was during the summer. It must have been 90 degrees or hotter, and it was like kind of just like falling over. It wasn't drinking water. They gave it dry food, like, and I just looked at it. It just looked so helpless. Looked so gross and disgusting. All the kids and the mom, other kids and the mom were all together in their little box. This one was left out by itself, but in the sun. And I was like, this cat ain't gonna make it. And so I literally just turned around, said, screw my dog walk, put him back in the apartment, ran back, grabbed this little kitten off the front porch step of some house.
How big was he compared to your hand? Could he fit your palm?
He fit my palm. He was super. I think he was like a few weeks old, I think. You're not supposed to have dry food at that point. And I just saw him. I knew he wasn't gonna make it, and so I dropped off the dog, ran back, stole this kitten out of the whole litter off the porch because by itself, and took it to a vet, and they said I shaved its leg.
Like you in college, I was going through my fair share of problems. You was there for a few of them. You know what I'm saying? I had one of my hardest breakups was in college, but I took a psych class I changed my major and everything because I just wanted to learn more about like why I was struggling to like comprehend my own feelings and work through my own feelings. I wanted some clarity on that. And one of the most important things I've learned in regards to the relationships is about honesty, and not just like with your partner, but like with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Closure after a breakup, I think you just have to really ask yourself the hard questions and be brave enough to accept the answers to those questions. So like you ask yourself, like, when we were doing this, like, you kind of look back at things with rose-tinted glasses and you kind of forget all the like bullshit that came along with it, all the bullshit that's in between, like the rosy moments. And you think like, in those moments, was I really true on being myself? Was I like saying the things that I wanted to say, or saying the things I think she needed to hear from me? Could I feel like I could really, like, if I like video games and anime, can I really watch those things or do those things with her? I have to wait until she left to like bust out my PlayStation and like chill and just let my hair down and do that. You start seeing and putting things together that maybe wasn't that great. The text, the lies, and she says things to you and disrespects you in different ways, and you kind of just like roll it off and you just let it go. And you're like, but she's beautiful, she's smart, and she's so funny. And like, that's just that one moment. But it's an amalgamation of those moments that like really truly paint the true picture. And you just have to ask yourself, like, are you going to be okay with this person? I mean, without this person? The answer to that most definitely is always, yeah, you will be okay eventually. Was this person the best love for me? Did this person really truly treat me as well as I treated them? Was they giving me everything that I needed? You know, or was it some of the things that I wanted, you know? And then when you start breaking it down like that, I feel like it's kind of really easy to get closure. You know, you got to always tell yourself you're going to be okay, because that's the truth. No matter what happens, you know, good, bad, and indifferent, you're going to be okay.
Okay. Yeah.
On all podcasting platforms and YouTube.